I'm going to do this video real quick. Alright, so I got the Q-2D gimbal, and I've got the 350 QX3. I've seen a lot of people use them, but I've never actually seen a lot of people show how you actually wire this up. So I'm just going to make this quick little video to try to help everybody out. First things first, you're going to need the new landing skids. I think Horizon Hobby is the only place that has them. That's where I got them from. So put those on. I got the Turnigy HD Wi-Fi camera, and from everything I read, don't use the Wi-Fi while you're using the drone because the signal runs on the same frequency, so you'll probably have a flyaway if you do. I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's true, but I'm not going to risk the $450 I paid for this thing. So, yeah, let me open the box real quick. So, I got some simple instructions here. Pretty much the same thing. If you go on to like hobbyking.com and look at the PDF, it's pretty much the same stuff. Tells you what each little socket does. And got a little metal cap. I'm going to show you what this is for later, but you're not going to need it if you're using the QX3 350. And the gimbal. Oh, look, tools. I got stuff. Alright, so in here I got some tools, some wires. This right here is your power wire. If you're using like the QX2, you would use that. It plugs right into the side some way, like that, and then you plug it into the QX2. You don't need it with the 3. Got these two little bad boys, and I'm going to show you how I hook it up, because you're going to need to basically hook these together for the extra length. And some little Allen heads and some more stuff you don't need, some screws. So let's go ahead and get down to the thick of it. Alright, this is actually mounted on here. The Turnigy comes with a whole bunch of mounting brackets, and this is part of it. So I used the tripod mount, and this little screw-in piece here. This is what actually came with the camera, with the gimbal itself. But this piece came as an accessory with the Turnigy. So you take it off, and then what you have left is your tripod mount. So you can mount it that way. If you have one of these, you don't need anything extra. The camera comes with everything you need to mount it to your drone. So put it out the way here. Now with this, I'm just going to leave the base of the gimbal on here. So we'll leave all this here. This is what came with the drone. We'll leave that, and then we'll pop this off. Let's see which part do I need. So that part you don't need. Toss that. And we'll go ahead and get this mounted on. Alright, there you go, mounted. So the mounting part is really easy. As far as these two, you can either take the connectors out or just cut them and solder them together. I would like to use heat shrinks, but I'm out, so I have them stuck using electrical tape. But in the end, this is what you're going to look like. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try to pull this plug off without hurting anything and feed the wires through the leg. I don't want to have to take the leg off to get those through, but I may end up having to. One thing I want to note, you got little copper pins on this side, or brass, or whatever those are. You have none on this side. So just remember, your white wires on the left, black wires on the right, red's in the middle, with the copper pins facing you. It does make a difference. Alright, I should have enough to reach my little plug. Now again, if you've forgotten which way your wires go, just look at the other end. I mean, they're still on there. So you can just use that as a diagram. White's on the left, black's on the right. And don't lose your plug. Like that. I'm sure you could buy these longer, but if you're dealing with a situation where you just got home and every place is closed down and all you have is the wires that came with it and you don't want to wait, well, this is what you do. They should just snap right back in. Alright, so my plug's in. I'm good, right? So let me show you what I'm working with. On the inside of the drone, let's see if you'll be able to see it. Give me a little pick here. Right there, there's going to be three little prongs like a plug. Yeah, you can probably see it right there. You plug into that. You want those copper fittings that right here, these. You want those facing towards the back of the drone. If you plug it in or reverse it backwards, you could run the risk of burning up your gimbal. I know these things are programmed with safety features to prevent that, but you know, for 99 bucks, who wants to risk it? Get your little needle nose. Alright, you're plugged in. You are ready to go. Now instead of one wire hanging out the bottom, you got two. Now the thing is you can plug this into here. This is 4-pin, this is 3. There is a direction or a way that you can plug it in and it'll work the same way in your gimbal, but if you get it wrong, again, you could run the risk of burning up your gimbal. Now with this end, you got pitch, roll, and auxiliary. Just go ahead and plug into the auxiliary. It only goes in one way. That's it. You are officially done. It's not pretty because, I mean, you know, I've got wires hanging out everywhere. You can tape this down to where it can't be seen, but in the end, this is what you're left looking at. Now, let's see how it works. Oh, wait. One more thing. With this, it comes with these itty bitty little screws that's meant for the GoPro. If you got the Turnigy, you might as well throw that shit away, because it ain't gonna fit. You need longer screws, which you can get, I'm sure, at any hardware store. You just need to take one of these down and make sure you get the same width and the same thread pattern. I believe Hobby King has some instructions down when you go to buy the Turnigy or the gimbal. One of the two has instructions at the bottom telling you what size screw you need. But I found a way around it. I just can't find my camera. Alright, here it is. So the camera's on. It's all cool, but it ain't going to hold itself on. I'm going to use the cheap method and rubber band it to it. Bam, holds on just as well. Again, it don't look pretty, but this does work if you just want to fly it to see how it works. Now that cap, I was showing you that. This cap actually screws on the end of here to give it kind of more of a finished look, like the back one does. But this is so heavy, with you plugging into that auxiliary port, it'll get its power from there. But without having the actual power wire plugged in, this is too much weight. It'll just sit there and bounce on you. So don't even worry about that. This is all sealed up. I don't even see a reason for it, but there you go. All right, let me get the battery in here so you can see this work. This way. Nope. Alright, so I'm getting the red flashing on the bottom. I gotta start over because when that thing's red flashing, you're not supposed to touch it. It's trying to figure out if it's up, down, whatever. So I'm gonna start over. Alright, there you go. I now have movement, or stability, excuse me. I now have stability out of this. So, okay, let me put this on and show you what it does. Alright, there you go. When you're flying it, it's going to flop all over the place. It just does not want to hold it. So that's too much weight on that auxiliary port. There you go. Too much going on. Back to normal. And of course on the bottom, you've got your little adjustment screws for pitch and roll. So you control it that way. You get a little bit of angle. You're going to be in the air looking down. That'll work. Is that thing level? That looks pretty level. I'm going to leave it like that. Here's the one drawback. When you flip over to the gimbal control on the QX350 QX3, you get no control out of this gimbal. You get stability, but you can hang it up moving it. So honestly, I'm sure they wired this so Blade can go ahead and make all the money, and since it's not compatible with other gimbals and so on. So that's a little bit disappointing. but they did give you the option to put a gimbal on here and get it stable. So 99 bucks for the gimbal, another 99 bucks for the action cam, and so I've got 200 vested into this setup. I could have spent another $300 to get control. Yeah, I think I'll just turn the drone if it's that big a deal. I can't see that spending 300 bucks is worth being able to move it up, down, left, and right. I don't know, you may be in a business, or you may just want to, hobbies is one of those things. It depends on how deep you want to get into this. But if you want to get the Blade 350 QX3 with an inexpensive gimbal off of eBay, or this, Q-2D that you can get on Hobby King for $99, you can plug it in. That's how it works. That's how you get functionality out of it. I haven't seen a video out there. I've looked and looked on how to hook this thing up. So basically, when I got it, I just had to just shoot for it and go, and that's where I found it works. So I hope this helped you out. If you got a Blade and you just don't want to spend 500 bucks on a gimbal and a camera, there's your $200 option. Just no control. So peace out, guys. I guess I'm going to take this thing out and fly it.
Motherfucker that